Today we're going to talk about the dark arts of influence. For example, if you ever bought something and you didn't need, or you bought something and later you thought, why did I say yes? Or maybe you're just like me, you wonder how people control crowds with just few words. Simple. It's not magic apparently. It's just called manipulation. And it's been happening for centuries. Today we are breaking down how the most powerful people control minds, shift opinions, and shape history without you even noticing. Let's get to it. Of course, we have to talk about the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. This book, if you don't know it, is just a Sith Lord of influence. Some of its rules are just brutal. Highly recommend you reading it. If you don't know them, you are probably getting played. So let's hit the highlights together. Law number one, never outshine the master. Ever had a boss who suddenly hated you for doing your job well? Well, that's because people in power don't like competition. Greene says to make the person above you feel superior at all times. So next time you do something that impresses your manager, throw in like, I learned everything from you, sir. Thank you so much. With the right amount of fake admiration, you don't want to go too much into it. Law number 3, conceal your intentions. If people know your next move, they can block you, they can hurt you. So that's why most powerful people in the world, they don't conceal their full intentions or their full game plan. If you want to land your dream job, network before you apply. You want to negotiate a deal? Act like you can walk away with no problem. Act like you don't care that much about it. Law number 15, crush your enemy completely. This one is straight up savage. And here's why. Greene says, if you leave an opponent with a little power, they will come back stronger. Ever wondered why billionaires buy out their competition before they become a threat? So Amazon doesn't want you to win. They want to own the game. They want to control the game. So you're not in the game in the first place. They buy you out. Book number 2, The Puppet Masters. Propaganda by Edward Bernays. Edward Bernays is the godfather of modern day persuasion. This guy took what his uncle Sigmund Freud knew about psychology and said, let's use this to sell people stuff they don't need. And it worked, like magic. What he did? The illusion of choice. If you think you're independently making decisions, think again. This guy literally invented PR. Not only that, he helped making bacon staple of breakfast. And not only that, he got women to start smoking cigarettes by branding them as the torch of freedom. Yes, he was playing 4D chess before most people even knew it existed. Another way is mass manipulation. Why do you think every company has a big slogan? Just do it. Because you are worth it. I'm loving it. And more. I can talk about these slogans all day. These are designed for emotional connection. So you don't just buy a product, you feel something when you buy it. And once emotions are involved, logic goes out of the window. Third way, the social proof, or the power of social proof. You know, sometimes when influencers start promoting something, suddenly everybody's doing it. It becomes the norm. Because as a human, Bernie understood that people trust what others people do, especially if those others seem successful. That's why companies flood social media with fake, organic trends. It's not just marketing, psychological warfare. And the last book, The Crowd Effect. The Crowd, a study of the popular mind. Last up, let's talk about the herd mentality. Why do people in crowds act differently than when they're alone? The Crowd by Gustave Le Bon explains it perfectly. Here's how. Emotions over logic. When people are in a crowd, they think less and feel more. That's why political rallies, cult movements, and sports sometimes get very wild. A single person might question something, but in a crowd, they just follow blindly. That's why influencers hype their followers into a frenzy, and it works every time, 10 out of 10. Also, repetition will always equal truth. Our brain loves repetition. If you hear a lie too many times, you will start believing it. That's how our brain works. And that's the core of propaganda. Brands, politicians, repeat the same slogans again and again. How to break free? How do you avoid getting played? Simple. Pause before you react. If a message makes you feel a strong feeling or strong emotions, whether it's fear, excitement, or outrage, ask yourself one simple question. Who benefit if I believe this? That question by itself will save you from a lifetime of manipulation. But here's the thing, influence is not good or bad. It's power. The real question in here, are you using it or are you getting played? Now that you know these tricks and tactics, you can spot them and defend yourself and use them ethically to grow in life and in business. And let me know which one blew your mind and which one affected you more and which one do you see more often. Thank you so much. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. Appreciate it.